Today on Gray Matter, horizontal and vertical integration. Today I'll be your host, and this is my partner Nick. Say hello, Nick.
Hello, Nick. Okay, who's that?
All right, that's John D. Rockefeller. As you can see, really, really rich guy.
Really?
He's gonna be one of the richest guys in the United States by the 1900s. Now, how does he do it? Oil. He's going to make his money refining oil into kerosene and later gasoline, and then he's going to start pumping it, and he's going to do everything with oil. He's going to be filthy, stinking rich. But he became a villain because he became too rich, and some of his business practices were a little circumspect. So the question is, how can you become rich like this cat? Alright, you can do this in two ways. Vertical and horizontal integration. Now, vertical integration is basically in which several steps in the production or distribution are going to be controlled by a single company, as you can see underneath there. So, no matter what, you're going to, every step along the way, here, it goes up. And that's going to be vertical, up and down. Alright? Now, horizontal is the exact opposite. While, with vertical, you're doing each one. Horizontal means you are the king or queen or whatever of one step, and you do one thing, and you do it very well, and you can make a lot of money out of it.
I am the oil baron.
Or you can be Microsoft and be the computer software baron, because they do one thing. They don't make the computers, they don't make the chips, they make the software, and they make a lot of money. Alright, so, vertical integration, the up and down. Think of it as a ladder. You with me so far?
Yes.
Each part is a step in the process to selling your product. So now, we're going to be looking at, let's say, oil. Apparently, I'm on an oil kick today. So, let's say, okay, I'm going to pump it to the ground. If I'm pumping it to the ground, am I rich? Right then and there.
No.
Why?
Because you're just walling around in oil.
That's right. I have land. Is usually in places you really don't want to be, Alaska's beautiful, but you got land, oil spewing out, nothing. There's no money. If you hit a big thing and gold starts coming out, you're gonna do better.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. But in this case, just big black nasty crude oil. Blah, 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 blah. You're not making any money, but this is the start of the process. All right, the next step is going to be to get it from here along the line. So you're going to have oil cars. You have the land, and you're going to have the cars to put it into, and the trains to ship it. All right, so we're moving along. Pretty quick, pretty easy. All right, so we pump it, we move it, we ship it, and refine it. Now this is the part where crude oil becomes gasoline, it becomes kerosene, it becomes plastics, it becomes whatever it needs. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is made with crude oil. With me so far?
Yes.
All right, so we get out of the ground, we ship it, we refine it, and then it goes to whatever we need it to do. In this instance, it's going to be our gas station. We've pumped it, we've shipped it, we've refined it, and now we're going to sell it.
That's a lot of money.
At initial cost, yeah, it's going to be a lot of money. But along the way, I don't have to pay anybody profit. That I basically pay what it costs to pump it out of the ground.
Okay.
I'm going to ship it. I just pay what it costs. I'm not going to pay profit. Remember, companies are in business to make money, right?
Right.
So anytime you're dealing with a company, there's always what they cost them, and then they put a profit on here. We're taking the profit up. There's no profit along the way. The profit is going to become here. This is where you're going to make all your money right here. Not along the way. It's the end product, and I'll show you how. All right? You ready for this?
Yes.
All right. So, you, sir, are going to become the oil baron. So, this is you. This is your competition. With me so far?
Yes.
You're both selling a gallon of gas for $3. All right?
All right.
All right. So, them, you. Now the question is, what's with the red and the green, right? All right. So if you're both selling it for $3, because of them, they're having to pay. Basically somebody pumps it out of the ground, and somebody else ships it, and somebody else refines it to get to their gas station. Right.
Right.
Along the way, somebody's making profit all along the way.
Yes.
So for every $3 a gallon, $2 of it is already his $2 goes to these guys.
Okay.
With me so far?
Yes.
All right. Since you have that for that $3, it only costs basically you're into this gallon for 50 cents. So because there was no profit being made here, your end product you made it cheaper than this guy did
Okay.
because he
Why
didn't make
exactly is there still a deduction on your profit?
What do you mean? That basically this is the cost of doing business. In order to make this gallon of gas, it cost me 50 cents.
Okay.
All right, because because this isn't free and this isn't free. You still have to pay the people. You have to pay all the business expenses along the way. But whereas he's into it for $2 out of every three, you're only in it for 50 cents out of every three.
Okay.
So this is going to make sure at the end you'll see it in the profit. So if he's in it for $2, he's only going to make $1 out of it. He's going to make $1 profit on every gallon.
Okay.
All right. Since you're into it for 50 cents, you're going to make $2.50 profit for every gallon.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So if each of you sells 300 gallons, who makes the most money? Who takes the most money in their pocket?
Us.
You do. That's right. Okay. You with me so far?
Yes.
You're making the money. So for every $3 gallon, you're making $2.50 profit. With me so far?
Yes.
Now, the question is, how can you create a monopoly?
So how do you make a monopoly?
Okay, how do you create a monopoly here? Very simple. Let's say you're doing along, you're going, okay, well, I'm making money, I'm good. Because remember, I'm making $2.50. He's only making $1. I'm making a lot. I'm still making money. Now let's say your competition makes a move. They're going to say, okay, you're charging $3. He's going to charge $2.50. Now remember, he's in it for $2, and he's only making $1 profit. So his profit margin is only 50 cents.
Ouch.
But he figured, okay, if I get more people coming to me, here they come in, I'm going to charge you. I'm going to make money, right?
Right.
Now, how do you do this for you? Because you're charging $3. How do you run him out of business? Very simple. Because remember, you're making 50. You're only paying 50 cents and making $2.50. All you got to do is drop your price. Instead of $3, you're down to $1.50. Because can he charge $1.50 and stay in business?
No.
No. That's the trick. So basically, if you're just a pure gas station, you're charging less than he's making, and after a while, unless he figures out how to do something, he's out of business.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, you are the only game in town, and you're a monopoly.
Okay.
All right, hooray!
Hooray!
All right, you sound excited.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Yay, monopoly! Yay!
And now a word from our sponsor,
Aruba. All right, so now we just saw how you can make a lot of money using vertical integration, the up and down. So, how does horizontal integration work? All right, think of it this way. Ready? Horizon, across this way. One step in the ladder, one rung of the ladder. Up and down vertical, all the rungs, right?
Right.
One rung of the ladder. This is horizontal integration. Because if you control one rung, everybody has to come through you. So, but the trick is, you got to have a lot of that. You have to really control that one. And so in order to do this, you have to have more than one refinery. So I have this refinery, and then another refinery, and then another refinery. So basically, I have all the refineries. With me so far?
Yes, but my question is, can you still become the oil baron by owning just horizontal?
Yeah. But let's say, okay, you have a bunch of refineries. Now, this is what Rockefeller did. This is how he made all of his money. He made it on oil refineries because he is going to basically start going into oil towns and start building refineries. And if there's competition, he's going to basically walk in and go, "Hi, I'm John D. Rockefeller. I'm with Standard Oil. I'd like for your company to join mine, or at least let me buy you out."
No.
Okay, Right. If you're sitting there, you're an established oil guy, right?
Right.
You're going to say no. No, go away. So he's going to come in. He's going to build a refinery because he owns a lot of other ones. So he just builds another one right there. And he's like, okay, last warning. Last time. I'm trying to be nice. Join us or let me buy you out or you'll be out of business in 6 months. And if you've been there for years and you're making a lot of money, what are you going to tell Rockefeller?
No.
Yeah, exactly. And that's your mistake.
I made a mistake?
Yeah, that's right. You made a mistake. And this is how it works. All right? Let's say you're going to train places. You're going to be Rockefeller. You're going to be the oil baron.
All right.
All right, good call. All right, here's the guy that you're going to run out of business.
Ha ha.
Ha ha ha. Now, both of you are charging $4 for a 55-gallon drum of refined oil.
That's cheap.
That is cheap, but it's just an easy way to do it. Now, for every 55-gallon, it basically costs you both the same to refine it. You're into it for about $2 a barrel.
Okay.
All right, so that is going to leave you with a profit of $2. So you're into it for $2. You're making $2 out of it. So, and you'd rather have a bigger return on investment, but you take what you can get. Still, $4. Now, the question is, if you're both into it and you both have the same profit margin, how in the world can you run them out? Right?
Right.
That's what you're thinking, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell.
Actually, I was thinking about football, but sure, how do you do this?
Well, let me tell you and get your mind back on task, young man. All right, your competition, in it for two, making two. He has basically one refinery. You, on the other hand, have 3. With me so far?
Right.
All right. So, how can you make this money? Very easy. You have more refineries, and this is how you're going to use it. All right. So, he's doing it. You have these guys. You're going to say, okay, you know what? You're going to go to all the people that that your competition is dealing with and say, hey, I won't charge you $4. I'll just charge you 50 cents.
Wow.
Okay, how in the world are you going to do that? Very simple. Let's say, he's charging 4 and you're charging 4 here. Well, all you got to do is go to this one, and since basically you've run everybody out of business over here and here,
Mm-hmm.
you charge 6 or you charge $8 a barrel. What can these people do? They have to come through you to get to here, right?
Right.
So they're going to go, you're killing me, but they're going to pay it anyway. So you charge 50 cents. You're still making money off of these two, and after a while, what's going to happen? This guy's going to die. You're going to buy his property, and now instead of having 3, you have 4, or 12, or 100. And you're going to grow and grow and grow to the point where everybody has to go through you.
I'm an oil baron.
You're an oil baron, yes sir. Ha 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 ha. Ha. So, let's wrap up real quick. Vertical integration. Up and down. Every rung of the ladder. With me so far?
Yes.
Every step of the way goes up. Vertical. Horizontal. 1. You look out over the horizon. Horizon's not up and down. It's left to right. It's across the horizon. You have 1 rung. With me?
Right.
All right. Now, remember, Rockefeller starts off horizontal, then goes vertical. I can make my money. Well, you know what? I can also make it pumping out of the ground.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use my trains to ship it to my refineries because I have them here. And with what little competition he had, they had to come through him. So for this part, they still have to come through him to get to here. All right. So
Okay.
now can you see how he becomes one of the richest guys?
Yes.
And so by using horizontal then vertical integration, Rockefeller is going to make tons and tons and tons and tons of cash. And that's the way they're going to become rich. Carnegie's going to do the same thing. Vanderbilt's going to do the same thing. A ton of people are going to make money. And so, on that note, enjoy your bag of cash.